Hey guys, it's Tydas. Make esoteric content and put it to practice. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell for the latest video. Okay, let's get started. So this build is mainly for you being in a group. You can play it solo, but it's mainly easier to play this build in a group, especially in Media Mayhem at the moment. Okay, so if you don't know this type of build, it used to be really popular when Necromancer first came out. It was the bash bones. You used to just spam bash attack and you used to just wipe the floor with people with it. So I basically kind of recreated that. It's not as powerful as it used to be, but it's still pretty competitive. So here you go. Race, I'm an orc. Food, bewitch, Mundus, warrior, and we are stage 3 vampire on this. All stats is the stamina. Gear wise, you're on a front bar, veiled inheritance. So if you don't know what that does, it gives you weapon damage, armor and weapon crit. So you don't need the crit really on this, but the heal can be useful. The interrupt, when you get the weapon damage for 15 seconds, is a bonus, especially if you're going against a snipe or a sork or someone doing something channeled and you interrupt. But main thing is really the passive at the end, which is your bash attacks permanently deal more extra damage. Now you can replace this with another item, which is jolting arms. So when you block an attack, you increase resistance for 6 seconds and also your bash for 3k. Either of them is really good. The jolting arms is really useful, especially for the initial burst, but then you do lose that constant damage. You want decisive and then restore stamina, just so you can get your ult back up while you're in transformation. Infuse, you can use sturdy, and infuse is not going to really matter too much. Back bar, you could use any back bar you want. I just got Hundings, but you can just use them all. So you can have the two-piece stats of weapon damage there. Lone Hound. So when you're fighting a lot, if you don't have your ulti, you're going to be on your back bar. So you want to do some damage, some form of damage, until you get your ulti. One piece monster helm, I got it for the weapon damage. You could use anything else you want. Penetration, good as well. Next set, you want all the pieces of the gear sturdy, and 3-piece in pen. Next piece is crimson. So this, if you read it, is pretty much one of the best sets in the game. It comes to damage. So you deal damage and you also heal, which is really strong, and that combines with the skill that we're going to use. And then on the jewelry, you want all infused with bash, extra damage to your bash. And as you can see then, the last piece, Malakath, you got really low crit anyway, so it's not going to really matter too much, so you might as well increase all your damage and include your bash as well. Skill wise, so on your front bar, sword and shield, this is going to be your main attacking bar. You want Shimmering Frenzy, that's why we need Vampire 3. So 1, you get the Undeath, so reduce damage, and 2, you also get this when you're in mist form, you get extra 300. So what this does, it gives you 650 weapon and spell damage and increase 10% every second. So that's why it goes with Crimson. So when you're doing damage and you're getting damage from this while it's active, you'll keep yourself alive, as you're the only one that can heal yourself. Blast Bones, this is your combo starter. You want to make sure they have that defile so they can't heal themselves up, and also get the burst damage. Hungering Scythe, this is your front bar healing. You don't want to go into your stamina pool too much, so I kept this swap instead of the stamina version. Reverberating Bash, this is your flex spot. You could use it anything you want, but I like to use this to kind of control the fight, especially if you need to kite. Elusive Miss. So you made it for the passive, so when you come out you get the extra weapon damage. And Dawnbreaker, you don't really need this. This is just your passive. So that's your fighter skill passive on there for the extra damage. You can use it if you're in a tight spot and if you want to stun people, but generally in group play you have a lot of people stunning them anyway. Sword and shield bar. So your two-handed bar, rally. You only have the two-hander mainly for one, you just need to do some damage when you don't have your ulti, and two, it gives you major brutality. Beckoning armor, really useful against snipes, pulls them in, especially when you're doing your bash. Busy swing, this is your spammable when you don't have an ulti. You don't just want to be a sitting target, so you want to do some damage until you get ulti back up. This is quite costly. Because your vampire will increase your ultimate cost to 270 as well. Spirit Guardian, really useful. This can be a flex spot, but it is useful for the small healing and also damage reduction. Resolving Vigor, burst heal. Then you got your main ultimate, Pummeling Goliath. So basically, anytime you do damage with your light or heavy attack, you heal, and also every time you bash, and you deal 8,827. So that's plus your World Inheritance and then the 3-piece jewelry. CP wise, green tree is the most important. You want 1-piece Siphoner, that's just the extra points lingering. 37 Warlord, so you still need to break free when you're still in normal combat. Bashing Focus, 63 onto there, so reduce the cost, really useful. Mooncalf, just the standard 19 tenacity. Tumbling, you're not going to really be roll dodging much, but you need to put a lot more into Shadow Ward for blocking. To be foul, this isn't too much important, this is just extra points. Blue Trees, 32. It's just 66 Master Arms. Physical Weapon Expert, there's none because you're not really doing light attacks with the bash. And you want, this one's just mainly for healing. You want a lot of piercing because you don't have a lot of crit. And then you want to increase this to mighty. Red Tree, Ironclad. So pretty balanced. So what the main thing really is the combo is you want to go into your ulti already having pre-buff. So you want to go into this, get the rally. What you want to do now is you want to go into the Simmering Frenzy. So that will increase your weapon damage on there. And then once you got into there, bar swap. So you want to make sure that you go into miss, ulti, and then start pummeling away, and then go back to miss again, then pummel away. So this is how it works really. So then you just use your potion when you need to. Then, as you can see there, doing 11,000 damage per bash, and you hit roughly around 5-6k weapon damage on this sword and shield bar. And then while you're being attacked, you also get Crimson's proc, so that'll keep your Simmering Frenzy up as well for longer, and then you can then use your potion and go back to keep on bashing. So I hope you guys like this build. I've been a bit busy for the last 2 weeks just moving house, so there'll be more builds to come once I start researching more into the new patch. So hope you guys liked the video and subscribe for the next video. Cheers.